I'm going to draw 5,000 years of toilets. But because the evolution of the modern day toilet has yo-yoed back and forth throughout history, I'm going to separate them into 3 groups rather than try and draw them in chronological order. From squat toilets, to box commodes, to the sit-down toilet. And yes, those are different and I'll get into why. We're traveling through time today via poorly drawn crapper tubes. These poor cats. You have no idea what horrors you're going to be the cover for. Oh, goodness. A hole. And you know I'm right. Well, sort of right. Guess who's been putting off their perspective practice? It's me. Now I'm gonna leave my resources in the description below in case you want to look through this weird little journey yourself, but from what I could find, there's conflicting information about who had the first flush toilet. The general consensus, though, seems to be that around 3000 BC is when we first started seeing flush systems, namely for squat toilets, which is where this first illustration is coming from, roughly 5,000 years ago. 5,000 years later, they're still widely used across the world in most countries, especially if you go away from metropolitan areas, and this scares the crap out of me. No pun intended, because I'm from the United States and I have never had to use a squat toilet in my life, save for some nightmares camping, and y'all, I will not survive the winter. Like, I can pop the deep squat that's needed to use these toilets, but I sure as hell cannot hold it for more than 3 seconds. The second we hit 3.1 seconds, my legs are shaking like there's an earthquake. So yeah, this actually kind of saddens me a little bit because I would like to, at some point in my life, visit other countries, and I'm worried about the bathroom situation, but that is a bridge future me can cross when I get there, if I get there. I would like to get there at some point. This is a really dark color. Yes, I know it looks purple, but... Okay, maybe that's a little too purple. Whatever, purple hole, it's fine. Oh, this is just getting worse the more I touch it. You know what, there, I'm done. That's the first squat toilet. You know, that could look worse. It could look worse. Now, I can't draw all the different types of squat toilets out there because there's just so dang many, and some of them are weirdly pretty, which I know is weird as hell to actually say. It's basically a cat ear. Rounding it out, this is going to be the weirdest perspective ever. I'm sorry. Oh, and it's going to overlap something fierce with... Like I said I was drawing 4,000 years of toilets. I did not say I was drawing them well. Apparently, at some point in Japan, they were caught by the same colorful toilet craze that America was in the 1950s. You know what I'm talking about, when toilets were like pink and blue. I think some were even yellow at one point, but pink was a really big one for the 50s. You can still find homes in the US that have those. This looks horrendous. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now. This looks horrendous. But I'm having a good time, and that is what matters, right? Right? I hope I'm right. This perspective makes absolutely no sense. I was trying to be all fancy, and that did not work, even remotely. Do the little water closet. At least I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Though now that I'm doing this, there is a question that has been on my mind since I started doing the research for this video. I need to know. So once again, those of you who may have a squat toilet at home or have had to use one abroad, we've all seen the memes, right? The memes of, like, as soon as you go to the bathroom, the cat follows you. And so either you have the bathroom door, right? And then you just suddenly have this cat paw, this little gremlin, just suddenly they decide that is when they want to talk to you. Or even the pictures we've seen online, which I am not going to show on screen because I don't want to get demonetized. The pictures of people whose cats will literally sit between their feet while their drawers are down, just staring up at you while you're doing your business. Do y'all have the same problem? Like, legitimately, do you have this same problem? Do you, like, have to race your cat to the bathroom to keep them from getting into this? Or is it even a problem? Do cats just not do this in places that have squat toilets? I desperately want to know. Oh no, now I'm struck with a very cursed idea. Okay, I gotta draw cats now. This is probably an awful idea, but I'm going to indulge the gremlins. Let's see. I'm just gonna do like real simple cat blobs in black, because why not? Because why not? Oh God, I have to think about how tall cats are. Oh, my sense of scale is awful, but I'm gonna try anyway. Cat just stretches their paw. Like when I used to visit my dad and my stepmom, they had a cat named Smokey, and without fail, anytime anyone went to the bathroom, that cat had Sayonara. Even if it was on the ground floor and you were on the second floor, that cat would race up the stairs and would start meowing at you because how dare you do your business without him being present. This is awful. This is legitimately awful. I am gonna let this like dry though, so that I can do a little more detail so that you can actually see that it's supposed to be a cat. All right, so with that, all that, squat toilets are done. What a second page for this sketchbook. Now let's talk about box toilets. By 315 AD, Rome had 144 public toilets made of stone benches with a water channel running in front of them, and these things were public latrines that people would just go and have conversations with each other with. Literally, this is how they caught up with one another to talk about their day, was literally sitting on their toilets doing their business. I have never been more horrified at a fact in my life. I would die. Well, I guess if I was an actual Roman, I wouldn't think this was weird, so no, I wouldn't. But if this was a thing today, I would rather not. And if you've ever heard of the phrase, you got the short end of the stick or the wrong end of the stick, supposedly this is where this comes from, because they had a little channel of water in front of the toilets. And how you cleaned yourself was that you used a sponge fixed to the end of a wooden handle, and that handle was rinsed in the water channel. So good to know the meaning of that phrase is accurate. Like, if this is true, if this is actually true, because you know, more than one poor sap grabbed the wrong end of the stick. You know, and I cannot imagine how mortified I would be if that were me. But this is a prime example of what I'm talking about when I say that the development of toilets has yo-yoed back and forth through time, because Rome, as we all know, was really advanced with their aqueducts and overall plumbing systems. And then, of course, when the empire fell and we went to medieval times, we went backwards, because apparently everyone thought it was okay to just throw your business out the window and not care if it landed on somebody walking below you. I am not even remotely nostalgic for this time at all. But the particular little commode that I'm going to be drawing here is the garter row, which was literally just a wooden box sit in a private place in their tower, their house, whatever it was. You know, as a kid, I used to think that castles were just kind of magical. I was a Disney kid. I love these castles and would dream about them. I don't anymore. They can keep them. But these wooden commodes had a seat, and the super wealthy had commodes with cloth seats. And this is where I now have to ask, did any of you have older relatives with those like faux leather padded toilet seats? Because I feel like that's a direct descendant of these cloth seat commodes. My grandma had one of those, and oh my gosh, it always felt weird. Like, it was clean, or yeah, it was clean. I'm not gonna do my grandma dirty like that. It was clean, but it felt wrong. Oh my god, that is... no. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. I did not think the first thing I was going to use this gold marker for was going to be this. I'm already here. I've already drawn like a full scene of a Roman public toilet house. I've already drawn a cat trying to flush a squat toilet, so why not? Why not line the special wooden box of crap in gold? There's already no saving me. The second category, we have done squat toilets, we have done the box commodes. So now, all that's left is our sit-down toilets with levers. Levers? What? Why did I say it that way? Levers. Levers. Oh my gosh. This is driving me insane. I'm just gonna go to the next page. Just like with the squat toilets, there are so many different kinds of these, but I'm just gonna draw probably the most common shape typical to US toilets. Now, why do I want to learn how to draw toilets? Well, it's pretty simple. When I first started learning how to draw about a year ago, I wanted to be able to draw cute little houses. And well, houses have bathrooms. But toilets are basically Satan's shape because most other items in a bathroom are really simple. Bathtubs and showers are just rectangles. Kitchen sinks are usually rectangles and squares. But toilets are this weird amalgamation of things. And well, if I want to design cute toilets, I need to know how to actually draw them. And this is already looking horrendous. This is already looking horrendous. Like, looking back at the previous pages, it was a little harder to draw on this page, even though I think that probably has some of the best illustrations. That squat toilet actually came out beautiful in retrospect. Now, could I have just drawn a whole bunch of conventional toilets like a character artist would draw hands? Yes, I could have done that. But where's the fun in that? Learning things alone isn't nearly as fun as learning together. So you all got pulled into my little silly exercise with me. My side view isn't so bad. The side view is easy, it's just the front. The front's the devil. Now finally, for modern flush toilets, in 1956, John Harrington created the first modern flush toilet with levers. It's been a couple hours at this point. My yapper is completely shot. But it was done for Queen Elizabeth I, and I'm not gonna draw what he did because it's really not that different from what we have today, which says a lot. Like, think of how long ago 1596 was, and we still mostly have the same system now today. Kinda ingenious when you think about it. The only real changes were from 1775, we got the S-trap by Alexander Cumming, which, you know, and then the U-bend from Thomas Crapper. Your name kind of foretold everything there, buddy. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for any descendants that are still carrying that name. I cannot imagine the hell you are going through in school right now. I'm sorry. So that's it. That is 5,000 years of toilets. And this was a very cursed trip through time, but I had so much fun doing it. I have not been able to stop giggling. Yes, I'm an adult, but I have the same YouTube poop humor that I did as a kid, and I don't think that's going away anytime soon. Did you like any of these? These images are cursed. They're all so cursed, but I enjoyed them. I'm personally a fan. I think I cooked on the cat trying to flush the squat toilet. I don't know why, but that one came out a lot better than I initially thought it did. And then the little Roman public toilet one, that came out good too. But with that, that's it for today. So, until next time, see you then. Oh, that looks so weird. I still gotta do this. Bye! Okay, not really goodbye yet. Hello everyone, this is after recording tea time with Galatunia. As you can see, I've got my green tea with some honey, and I just wanted to take a moment away from all the hee hee ha ha poop jokes to just say thank you for watching the video. A special thank you to anyone who's been here on the channel from the start and has patiently waited a few months now for me to start uploading again. Now, will this video do well? I have no idea. For all I know, it's gonna crash and burn. But I had so much fun recording this, as silly and stupid an idea as it was. And I hope that you all got some laughs from it too. And with that, for real this time, until next time, see you then. That looks awful.